So my name is Zahra, and for the last 12 years I have struggled with the symptoms that come alongside PCOS, otherwise known as Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. When I was first diagnosed with PCOS at the age of 12, I was struggling with my weight, and words like infertility and type 2 diabetes were being thrown around me at doctor's appointments, and I was terrified. I had no idea what was going on. For those of you not in the know, lucky you, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome is a very common condition which, according to the NHS, affects 1 in 5 women. Basically, it's caused by an abnormal level of hormones in your body, specifically estrogen, testosterone and insulin. There are a couple of widely known symptoms that come alongside PCOS, but there are several that nobody talks about and that I am still learning about. The most common side effect to PCOS is irregular periods, which can often lead to difficulties when it comes to conceiving. Other symptoms include excessive hair growth, weight gain and darkening of skin. These are just some of the symptoms which affect women with PCOS. Some people might experience infertility but be underweight and have the smoothest of faces. Other symptoms which many women experience include anxiety and depression, mood swings, joint pains, hair thinning and insulin resistance. Growing up, I had some of these symptoms, but in recent years I've learned that the ones that aren't readily discussed all the time are the ones that affected and continue to affect me. When I was first diagnosed with PCOS, it was a very confusing time. I was becoming a teenager, which in itself is a very confusing time, but a teenager with PCOS. I was making silly life choices. I was going for fad diets, and that is a habit that I'm still trying to break. However, symptoms like my mental health was something that I was never told about. Throughout my late teens and my 20s, I felt like I was going crazy. I was experiencing some of the highest highs and the lowest lows, and it wasn't until I realised that other women who have PCOS were also going through the same emotions. My weight and my mental health are something that often go hand in hand. My fluctuating weight gain has been incredibly exhausting to work through. From my own personal experience and from what I was told when I was younger, if I could control my weight, which was a direct result of having PCOS, the symptoms of my PCOS would significantly decrease, which would then improve my fertility. So suddenly it became ironic that the weight that I held became the weight on my shoulders. People often thought that my PCOS was an excuse for me being overweight, and it still bothers me when I get comments about it, because I don't know how to tell someone that their diet or their workout plan may not necessarily affect me in the same way it affects them. Life with PCOS is a struggle both on the inside and the outside. PCOS is a bitch, but I'm determined to make it our bitch.